Small industrial carts, often known as golf carts, utility vehicles, or electric trucks, are a common sight from golf courses to airports, job sites, campuses, and large facilities. They make life easier, moving people and light cargo over short distances, and they're relatively easy to operate. But have you ever stopped to think about their safe operation? These carts are frequently used in busy workplaces around pedestrians and other carts, obstacles, but unlike larger vehicles, they often lack basic safety features like airbags and seatbelts. While they might seem relatively slow and harmless, cart accidents can cause serious injuries, from collisions to rollovers and even passenger ejection. But with the proper training and awareness, you can significantly reduce these risks. In this training, we'll cover the essentials of cart safety, from preparing to drive and safe driving practices to routine maintenance and upkeep. Let's get started. Operating a cart isn't just about hopping in and taking off. There are important steps to ensure a safe ride, and it starts well before the key turns in the ignition. If you're an employer, it's your job to set the stage for safety. You should establish clear rules for cart use, including on-site traffic procedures. You should also provide comprehensive training for all operators and ensure regular maintenance of the vehicles. Remember, a well-trained driver and a well-maintained vehicle are your first lines of defense against accidents. Now, let's talk about you as the driver. Age and licensing requirements can vary depending on the vehicle type, intended use, and local regulations. So make sure to understand the specific rules that apply to your situation and ensure you're in compliance before getting behind the wheel. You should also have completed the appropriate training for the particular vehicle and its intended use, and you should be authorized to operate the vehicle by your employer or the facility owner. Know the rules that apply to your specific location and vehicle, and make sure you're in compliance before taking control of the wheel. Now, you're almost ready to drive, but not quite yet. Before you hop on, you should make it a habit of running through the following checklist. Check all tires for proper air pressure. You don't want a flat on the way. Feel the accelerator pedal. It should have a smooth, non-sticking motion. Test the brakes. They should be in perfect working order. And don't forget to check the mirrors, horn, headlights, as well as signals and seatbelts if you have them. These might seem like small things, but they make a big difference in your safety and the safety of others around you. So take the time to understand the requirements, follow the rules, and make sure everything's in top shape before you hit the road or the pathway. Okay, you've checked your cart and you're ready to drive. But before you put your foot on the pedal, let's discuss some basic driving practices. Always start by following the instructions provided by the cart's manufacturer. These guidelines are tailored to your specific vehicle, and they're designed to keep you safe. Before driving, make sure your direction selector is in the correct position, and always look behind you before reversing. While driving, always follow the speed limits and any traffic rules, like obeying stop signs or yielding to pedestrians. Remember, you're sharing the road with others. Slow down when approaching corners, intersections, doorways, or pedestrians, and be sure to use light or hand signals when you're turning. Remember, a cart is a vehicle, and it deserves the same level of care and respect that you'd give to any other dangerous vehicle on the road. That means no racing, sharp maneuvering, or horseplay, and only ever operate the vehicle from the driver's side. You should also stay focused on the road and your surroundings while driving by avoiding distractions like texting, eating and drinking, or anything that takes your eyes off the road or hands off the wheel. These distractions can reduce your reaction time and lead to serious accidents. And needless to say, no drugs, alcohol, or any medication that affects your responsiveness have any place behind the wheel. As the cart operator, you should think about your passenger safety as much as your own. That means waiting until the cart is fully stopped before letting passengers on or off, and making sure everyone's seated before you go. Every passenger should have a seat, so don't carry more passengers than the cart's stated capacity limit. You should also remind passengers to stay seated with their arms and legs inside the cart at all times. No standing or hanging off the back or sides. Driving on slopes requires special attention. Always approach inclines and declines slowly and straight on, never diagonally, in order to avoid rolling over. Avoid sudden stops or turns, and be sure to adhere to the manufacturer's guidelines for slope grades that your vehicle can handle. If your cart is used for transporting or towing, make sure you follow the manufacturer's weight guidelines. Overloading can lead to reduced control and even rollovers. Use designated attachments and make sure everything's properly secured. A quick change in speed or direction can cause improperly secured loads to shift, and you could lose control of your cart. In bad weather or low visibility conditions, slow down, use headlights if you have them, and avoid driving unless absolutely necessary. During thunderstorms, you should seek shelter immediately. Carts often have metal frames, and they're not a safe place to be if there's a risk of lightning. When parking, always engage the parking brake to prevent the cart from rolling away, and remove the keys whenever not in use. Also, be sure not to block access to emergency equipment, fire lanes, building entrances and exits, sidewalks, or accessibility ramps. It's not just courteous, it's important for safety considerations like emergency response and evacuations. Remember, safety isn't just about following the rules, it's about common sense and respecting the people and environment around you. Think before you act, drive responsibly, and make sure you and your passengers get where you're going without any bumps, or worse, along the way. The key to a smooth and safe ride doesn't depend only on proper driving. It depends on how you care for your cart. Just like any other vehicle, small industrial carts require regular maintenance and proper handling to operate safely and efficiently. Proper handling and maintenance of carts begins with charging and fueling. If your cart is battery powered, always follow the manufacturer's guidelines for handling and storing batteries. This usually means charging them in a well-ventilated area and regularly checking for any signs of wear or leakage. For gas-powered carts, always practice safe refueling. Make sure that engine is off and avoid any open flames or sparks near the fuel source. Remember, even simple mistakes during fueling can lead to serious accidents. The best place to store your cart is indoors where they're protected from weather conditions. If your cart's gas-powered, it's important to keep it in a well-ventilated area, away from any combustible materials to prevent potential fire hazards. If indoor storage isn't possible, use an appropriate cover to protect the cart from rain and sun damage. Also, make sure to park the cart on a solid surface to avoid sinking into soft ground or mud. Lastly, don't overlook the importance of security. Use locks or store the carts in secured facilities to deter theft or vandalism. Regular maintenance is key to the safe and efficient operation of your cart. Make it a habit of conducting regular checks of essential parts like batteries, tires, and brakes. This doesn't just mean a glance. Look for signs of wear, damage, or anything that might seem out of the ordinary. You should also schedule routine maintenance with qualified professionals who know your specific cart model and can keep it in top working condition. Lastly, keep a log of all your maintenance and inspection activities. Having a detailed record helps you to track your cart's condition and can be valuable if you ever need to diagnose potential problems in the future. Maintaining your cart isn't just about preserving its appearance. Proper upkeep ensures that the vehicle remains safe to operate and extends its lifespan. By following these guidelines, you can ensure your cart's always ready to perform and keeps you and your passengers and those around you safe. As we wrap up this training, it's clear that safety isn't just a checklist, but a comprehensive approach that involves attention to detail at every stage. Preparing to drive means knowing the rules, getting the proper training, and conducting your pre-drive inspections. Safe driving practices extend beyond just following the rules. They include considerations for passenger safety, the manufacturer's guidelines on towing, and other conditions like slope and weather. Maintenance and upkeep too are about more than just preserving appearances. Proper charging and fueling, safe and secure storage, and regularly scheduled maintenance are all essential for both safe operation and preserving the cart's lifespan. So, whether you're an employer, a driver, or a passenger, everyone has a role to play. By embracing the guidelines outlined in this training, you can now ensure that these convenient carts are operated safely. Thanks for making the commitment to driving responsibly.